Hey, Stony here, bringing you a brand new Diablo 3 build guide for the Barbarian for Season 19. Now, I know it's Season 18, but this is the PTR. We're testing. We're trying stuff out. We're prepping for Season 19, and Season 19 might just be the season of the Barbarian. The Whirlwind Barbarian is now the Whirlwind Rend Barbarian, and it is doing more damage than it's ever done before. It's an extremely strong build, and it's good for everything. It's good for speed farming. It's good for T16 farming. It's good for pushing into the highest greater rifts. It's just a good all-around build, and everybody's going to be running it because it's the set bonus, or excuse me, it's the Hadrig's Gift set for Season 19 for the Barbarian. So it's a great way to start, and it's going to be a great way to finish too if you want. Now, this is how I'm running the build. A lot of people run it differently. There's a lot of variation in this build, which I like, and I hope that they don't change it too much so that the variation stays. Now, I know there's going to be somebody that figures out the best min-max for every little thing and the best possible gear for every slot, and it's going to take over. But right now, it's really cool because everybody's trying different stuff. So I'm just going to show you how I run the build. And, I've seen a lot of people running the exact same thing as me, and I've seen a lot of different stuff. But my version runs the 6-piece waist set, the Isfan set, the Band of Might, the Convention of Elements, the Flavor of Time, the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, Aquila Quirus, and the Ambos Pride with the Lamentation Belt and the Mortix Brace. It's a strong build. It's very tanky to where I run red gems most of the time, unless I'm really pushing, and then I go to diamonds. I like the red gems in the gear for the general purpose, and then when I decide to push, I swap for diamonds. As far as the legendary gems go, I run the Bane of the Trapped, Taeguk, the Bane of the Stricken. I feel like these are the best gems for the build. Let's see here. Let's go over stat priorities. So, starting with the helm, you want strength, vitality, and crit chance. Shoulders, you want strength, vitality, cooldown, and rend damage. For chest, you want strength, vitality, and rend damage. For the gloves, you want strength, cooldown, crit damage, and crit chance. For the pants, you're going to want strength, vitality, and armor. For the boots, you want strength, vitality, resist all, and armor. For your bracers, you want physical, strength, vitality, and crit chance. For your amulet, you want strength, crit damage, crit chance, and cooldown. You don't actually want the strength, you want physical percent, but getting the quadfecta Flavor of Time is it might be a bit of a pipe dream. So I say get the best Flavor of Time you can get. Hope that you can get crit and a socket. And you definitely need cooldown. If you don't have cooldown on the Flavor of Time, though, something's wrong, because I think it always rolls with cooldown. So yeah, as far as your rings go, I like strength, crit, damage, crit chance. At higher paragons, you're going to want to lose the strength for cooldown, probably, or damage. For the weapons, you're going to want 10% damage, a good damage range on the weapon itself, strength, and cooldown. Your main hand is where your damage comes from with the Rend build. So your main hand, you want to have the highest damage you can get. Your offhand, the damage does not matter because it's not factored into Rend. So for your offhand, you really just need cooldown and whatever stats you think you're lacking in. This is kind of your grab bag for stats. If you need something other than cooldown, obviously, you need vitality, you need resist all or whatever. But damage is not important on the offhand. As far as the cube goes, Zodiac, Aquila, and Ambo's Pride. The Aquila can be swapped out for Mantle of Channeling. I like the Aquila better. It keeps you alive longer in the dense packs, which in turn allows you to apply more Rend, which means more damage. With that being said, Mantle of Channeling is strong, especially if you're not having survivability issues. Say you're not pushing, Mantle of Channeling is a really good option. So yeah, as far as skills go, you need Rend Bloodbath. The Bloodbath spreads Rend to enemies when enemies die. So it's just good. More Rend. That's what we want. Whirlwind to apply the Rend. And then we're going to use the Wind Shear rune, which is going to give us Fury every time we hit something. And we're hitting stuff a lot, right? Whirlwind hits stuff a lot. So it's generating a ton of Fury. Your Fury is going to be maxed all the time. This is a good rune. Next, we're going to do Battle Rage, Swords of the Plowshares. This can be swapped for Into the Fray if you just want more damage. Swords of the Plowshares if you want more toughness. It's your call. Ground Stomp, Wrenching Smash. It's clustering mobs together and proccing your Band of Might. It's going to keep you alive. With that being said, for speeds, I like to run a dash. I like to run Furious Charge. It's just a little quicker to get around. You don't need the Ground Stomp as much because you're going through enemies faster. But Ground Stomp, when you're pushing the Greater Rifts, is the way to go. It's going to give you dense packs that you're going to be working on for a little while. So Ground Stomp is the way to go. Next, I like Ancient Spear Rage Flip. The Ancient Spear is a nice utility. It gets you bigger mobs, which are better, for the Barbarian. He wants the most trash he can get surrounding those elites. Kill all the trash, apply Rend to the elites, boom. A lot of times you get big explosions from the Rend, similar to the Exploding Palm Monk, if you remember that build. Well, I know it's still a thing, but used to be a major thing. So the Exploding Palm Monk was cool because you blew up everything on the screen. People are going to like the Rend Barb for the same reason, because you can really blow up packs, especially with the seasonal buff. If you time it right, you can just nuke a whole pack and elites. It's really strong right now. I'm sure it's going to change before it goes live. But anyway, I think Ancient Spear is the best. With that being said, it can be swapped for Warcry if you want some additional toughness. Veteran's Warning is really good. Warcry is a nice utility in general. It gives you Fury, so it's nice to start out, but you don't need it with the Aquila Quirus because you got that extra toughness. So the spear is nice. I'd try it out if I were you. And then for your last one, you got Wrath of the Berserker. The rune doesn't matter because you're wearing Mortix Brace. So pick your rune, doesn't matter. Or leave it unruned, doesn't matter. Passives, I like Nerves of Steel. If you don't want to use a cheat death, you run Brawler or Rampage. I think Brawler's better than Rampage at the higher Greater Rifts. I think Rampage is better if you're killing stuff fast. So it's your call. Depends on what you're doing. Next, you're going to want Boonable Kathos. That's a must. You need Wrath of the Berserker up all the time. Then you're going to want Ruthless. This one's really strong. It helps you kill the Rift Guardian. It helps you kill elites. It's just good. Berserker Rage. You got 25% additional damage all the time because you're always at max Fury if you're hitting mobs, and you're always hitting mobs. You're a barbarian. That's what you do. You spin around and you hit stuff. All right. As far as the Paragons go, we're going to run movement speed up to 25%. Then we're going to go for max Fury, then strength. If you need vitality, put vitality in. If your vitality is really low, put some in. I've seen people run really low, like 400,000 vitality or less. But you're going to get one shot, get your vitality up there a little bit so that you're not getting one shot and you'll be good. Otherwise, strength is where it's at. Next, you're going to want cooldown reduction. And then I like crit damage, crit chance, and then attack speed. Attack speed is not as important with Rend because it's a damage over time. So attack speed doesn't factor in as much, although attack speed is nice for Whirlwind and generating fury and life per hit and all of that. Life per fury spent is also, you know, if you're attacking faster, you're spending more fury, da 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 da. So yeah, next you're gonna want armor. Then I like life, then resist all, then life regen. Next for utilities, you're gonna want to leave area damage off. Area damage is causing some lag, especially in multi-man groups, especially if you got multiple Rend Barbarians. It's really lagging stuff out on PTR. Hopefully it doesn't lag stuff out on live servers, but we're leaving area damage off. Now, some people are saying that if you manually apply Rend, which you can do, that area damage does apply. If that's the case, area damage might be good, and we might see people putting area damage all over their gear. But right now, people aren't putting area damage on, as far as I know. So as far as priorities here, I like life per hit, then resource cost, then gold fine. So that does it for the Paragons. That's the build, guys. I hope you like it. You know, I'm not saying that this is the way everybody should do it, but this is the way I've been doing it, and I'm having a good time. Pushing really high, you know. I've seen people, they're pushing over 130 with this build. But a lot of that has to do with the seasonal bonus, right? These kill streak bonuses are really, really strong. I think they're going to tone them down because people are exploiting them, and there's a lot of ways to exploit them, and people are really abusing them. So unfortunately, the Barbarian's getting a bad rap. People are saying that it's overpowered. I don't think it's that overpowered. It might be a little stronger than a lot of the other builds, but I don't think that that's necessarily overpowered. The reality is that these Barbarians are killing maybe 10 to 20% of the Rift, and the seasonal bonus is doing the rest of the work. So when the seasonal bonus gets toned down and the Barbarian has to kill all of the mobs and all of the elites, we're going to see the greater Rift levels come down to normal range. Okay? So if you think the Barb is OP, you might be right, but it's not as OP as you think. The kill streak bonuses are what are OP right now on PTR. So, sorry for that tangent. I digress. Jay, I hope you like the build. Again, I'm Stony, trying to make YouTube content for you guys. I want to help you play Diablo better. So if you did like the video, go ahead and hit like, and feel free to subscribe. I'm going to be making more content for you guys. And feel free to come check me out on Twitch TV. I'm twitch.tv/ShNERP-TV, SHNERP_TV. I'll have a link in the description for you guys. I'll also link my Diablo fans build in the description here, so you can look at the stat priorities more in depth. And go ahead and leave me a comment on there if you have any questions. I'll try and get back to you. So next, I'll show you a little demo of the build in action. You can see the play style and see what you think.
I'm still recharging. fury. Need more time. Your flesh is weak. Not ready yet. Need more time. Full cattle, guide my hand. Still recharging. Need more time. Your flesh is weak. Still recharging. I need fury, not ready yet. Still recharging. Need more time. You wilt against my blow. Not ready yet. Need more time. The ancients smile on you. Still recharging. Full cattle smile.
The Rift Guardian is here.
Not ready yet.
You have trust.
I can't carry anymore.
What do you need?
I am returning to town.
A fine battle.